Well, obviously we ran into a really good team tonight that was motivated. I thought they played extremely well, especially on the defensive end. They're one of the best defensive teams, and Coach Kraft, I got a tremendous amount of respect for him. I really think he's the best coach in the league, and he had his team prepared. And defensively, they were terrific. They just made everything that we tried to do offensively difficult. So consequently, we struggled to score. And we've got to do a better job, with our pace and our execution. But on the other end, we came out with a lot more spirited defense in the first half. Consequently, held them, to 9 or 10 points less than they had last night. And then second half, we just couldn't sustain it. I thought that they got stronger as the game went on. Their physicality, helped them down the stretch, and they got stronger. And we, gave up a lot of open shots late in the second half, particularly last 12 minutes, and they just ran away with that.
Questions for Coach?
Hey, Mike, it's Anthony Romano from WDBJ7.
Hey, Anthony.
Obviously, you had a great season this year. The regular season now kind of in the rearview mirror. When you look at the last 4 games, obviously didn't go your way. What do you think needs to be improved the most as you kind of look to head into the conference tournament here?
Well, we're a young team, and so we don't really know how hard and how physical and how tough teams are in February and March. And so these last 4 games were a great education for us. That if you want to, win something special, if you want to win in late February and March, you're going to have to beat teams like this that are really good defensively. So you're going to have to be really good offensively, and they're really good offensively. So your defense is going to have to step up. And so these games, certainly should be a great learning lesson for our young team.
Kind of building off that answer, obviously this team looks a lot different than the teams you guys have taken to the postseason the last couple of years. Does the mindset change at all? Is the approach any different when you're looking at sort of the one and done situation of a postseason tournament like that? And how do you kind of get those guys ready for that environment, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, if you can't be fired up for postseason play in college basketball, Division I college basketball, then I don't know what fires you up. You got to check your heartbeat. So, the intensity level goes up in the postseason. Teams know that, the next time they lose, if their season's over, and so they play with a heightened sense of urgency. And our guys have to understand that urgency that they're going to face, and they have to understand the urgency that they have to have. Sometimes when you're young, freshmen and sophomores, you think, if it doesn't work out, we can play next year. But the bottom line is this is the only opportunity you have with this team. Each team, each year is different. And we try to, make this season special with this team. And, that's what we're going to talk to those guys about. And, but they do have to understand the urgency on both sides.
With the way the schedule was set up this year with all the quick turnarounds and the back-to-backs and stuff like that, does that make it any easier to prepare in a tournament setting like that when you've got potentially new opponents every night? Do you think this year, the craziness of this year and all the uncertainty maybe makes that uncertainty of the tournament any easier to deal with?
Yeah, I do think it helps just because it is kind of a tournament format, even though it's only 2 games. A lot of times if you win the quarterfinals, you have to play the semis the next night, and then the championship game the next night. Some teams go 3 in a row. I think our league changed a couple of years ago where the quarters and the semis are back to back, but then you have a break in between for the championship game. So it's a lot like the quarterfinals and the semifinals, being able to make adjustments, to what you want to do. But the difference is there's a different opponent in the postseason. In the regular season this year, we've had the same opponent, but I think it's helped. It's made us understand, a little bit more the NBA mindset of, you can't practice, as much as you'd like to, and you got to kind of do it through film and talking and on the fly walking through. Yeah, it's been a good learning experience for our team. Hopefully, it'll pay dividends in the postseason.
Mike, I think last thing for me, one thing I want to ask you, obviously this time last year, we were watching Carlik out there cooking for you guys. And obviously this year he's at Louisville in the running for ACC Player of the Year. I don't know how much you've been able to watch him, but what have you seen from him and kind of what is it like for you to see what he's doing there over at Louisville?
Yeah, same old thing, man. Same old Carlik. Just a really high IQ basketball player who loves to compete And, that translates no matter what level conference you're in, no matter what team you're on, that translates. And, I'm happy to see him having the success that he's having. He's a wonderful person. Love his family, and just wish nothing but success for him. Hope he wins ACC Player of the Year. Hope he goes on and has a lucrative career in the NBA or somewhere in the professional ranks. But he certainly did a lot to lift our program.
That's all I got, Mike. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Coach?
Raymond Radford with the Taunton. Coach, you guys have an extended break heading into the Big South Conference. So how's the team going to prepare for this extended break?
Well, first we got to take a few days off, man. I think these last games has made us have to do a little bit of soul searching, a little bit of looking in the mirror as individuals, and just reassessing our situations. So that's the first thing, is taking some time off to kind of maybe clear our heads a little bit. And then, we hope to, find an opponent outside of the league if we do not have a league game to play either as a scrimmage or as an exhibition game, or maybe as a real game. We do have one more game we can schedule. So I've taken all that time off, and not playing a game, I think would be a big disadvantage for our team going into the tournament. So we're going to try to find somebody to play.
All right, Coach. And what do you think you guys are going to how beneficial is it going to be having to host a Big South game in the quarterfinals?
Yeah, that's huge, man. We certainly have a bad taste in our mouth over these last 4 home games, and we want to try to erase that if we can, and defend our home court a little bit better than we did these last few games. But just the opportunity to sleep in your own bed and play here is a great opportunity, and our team earned that. Our team, really came out of the gates and had a prolonged stretch of good play in Big South play, and so they've earned that right to be at home, and so proud of them for that. And now we got to go and try to take advantage of it.